There may come a moment in your season where God is calling you higher, and suddenly the fast you used to do with ease becomes difficult. You feel the nudge, but you also feel the resistance, so you start wondering, Lord, why is this suddenly so hard? Well, today we're going to dig into the details of why fasting can suddenly feel difficult and how that struggle can actually be a sign God is preparing you for breakthrough. Welcome back to Divine Roots and Details. If that's you struggling with fasting, I want you to know you're not alone in that struggle. You're not failing. You're being invited to climb up higher. The fast that God is calling you to do in your season isn't about food deprivation, but about focus on your relationship with Him. It's about starving your flesh and the distractions that have been quietly draining your spirit and hindering your connection with Him. So you may be experiencing that difficulty to fast because that fast is touching a deeper place. It's pulling on emotional patterns, habits, desires, and even people that cannot go with you into the next level of your life. So you're not dreading that fast, but your flesh is wrestling with the surrender, and that's normal because growth feels like stretching, and breakthrough can feel like resistance, and obedience rarely feels convenient. So be encouraged that the fast is helping you to grow spiritually, preparing you for breakthrough, and giving you the opportunity to be in obedience with God. And in that season, focus on the fact that it comes down between you and God, and that intimacy is beautiful and worth fighting for. Therefore, push through the dread and ask God for grace because that dread can often be a sign that this fast carries purpose. As God is breaking cycles you've outgrown, God is clearing mental fog and confusion, detoxing your heart from old attachments, tuning your spirit to hear Him more clearly, preparing you for answered prayers you've been waiting for. And know that every time you say yes to fasting, when the Spirit nudges you, heaven begins to move even before the fast begins. So, hear this, you don't have to feel ready to obey, you just have to feel willing. God supplies strength for the rest. Trust His word in Philippians 2:13 that says, "For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill His good purpose." So in this season, God becomes your voice of reason, your comfort, your accountability, your covering. So when He calls you to fast, it's not punishment, it's preparation because He's preparing you, sharpening your discernment, healing old wounds, pulling you closer so you'll recognize His voice long before you recognize the voice of anyone else. Fasting in this season is forming you. Okay, so here's a reminder, you don't have to do the perfect fast, you just have to do the obedient one. Start small, gently, and start with grace. Tell God, Lord, give me the desire to do what you're calling me to do. And watch the dread turn into expectancy, the heaviness turn into clarity, and the resistance break the moment you surrender. Your single season is not punishment, it's preparation. And every fast God calls you to do is shaping you into the woman you are becoming. There's purpose in this, there's breakthrough in this, and you're not doing this alone. Okay, God gives you strength, grace, guidance in every step of the way, in every detail.